Hey guys, we're back in the crew. Been talking a bit lately about the Ferrari F40 here. Got the performance one broken out here, and gonna take it out on one of my favorite performance runs in the game here, and see how it handles on the long run. If the game will stay running long enough to let me do it. This and the Big D are probably my two favorite performance races. The Big D's a nice top speed run. This has a nice mix of top speed plus cornering sections. It's quite a bit longer too, I believe, so gives a nice feel of gives you a nice feel for the car. You really see the acceleration on the F40 there. This car does have amazing acceleration. Just have to watch the back end loves to kick out. Oh, I did not mean to do that. But I'll take it. This car does have some amazing cornering and performance here. Really nasty little S-curve coming up here on the bridge that I always nail the guardrail on. Coming up here. Nice. Actually managed to get through there. All these blind hills on this first stretch, kind of nasty too. You come over them and there's a car in your lane and you can't see it until you come over the hill. Oh, forgot about that turn. So I really do like this car. It kind of underperforms in some areas, but I think it more than makes up for it in that massive acceleration. The circuit actually is the one I'm more interested in. I have lots of performance spec cars that I like, but I still haven't settled on a good circuit spec. And the circuit build of this one is really interesting me. So maybe I'll find a good track to showcase that on. If you know a good, oh, that was my bad. If you know a good circuit event that I can run in the F40, let me know. That tail end just wants to kick. Gotta get her back under control here. Usually just letting off the accelerator will let you get it back under control, but there's a car right behind me, so I really don't want to slow down. Should be able to widen out a decent gap once. Oh, what was that? I'm not sure what happened there. I don't feel bad because the guy behind me wrecked too, so. Oh, there he goes. We'll catch back up with him, no problem. We should be able to pull a decent lead out once we're out here on the highway and the open roads out away from all this traffic. A long time since I did this one. I thought we took an exit up here. There it is coming up. Oh god. Looking at the map instead of where I'm going. I made him wreck too. That's what you get. I used to know this track by heart. I never had to look at the map. As I was saying, it is kind of a fun car to drive. There's lots of good performance cars, so comparing it to them is kind of difficult because they're all very similar. I love the cornering on this thing, though. If anything, it corners too well. I find myself going off the inside of the turns a lot of times because I underestimate the turning ability, even on the wet road here. That's a sharp one coming up. And of course there's traffic. Whoa. Slowed down probably more than I needed to. I could have drifted that one a little bit. That's the beauty of this car, though. It accelerates right back out of it like nothing, so slowing down really doesn't bother it. 210 before we even shift into 5th gear. Again, slowed down way too much. That one I just braked late for. When we get the sun setting, it starts getting darker and darker. Up here, once we turn away from the beach, there's a mean little section of tight, windy roads. It's pretty dark and hard to see what's going on. There's always a lot of traffic through there. I always overshoot this corner too. Oh, it's after the house. Oh, I tried to turn before the house. That was a terrible turn. Didn't hit anything, but man, we lost a lot of time there. And this starts that section I was talking about. This is a wide road, though. It does eventually switch to a 2-lane. You just have to keep your eye on the horizon for headlights and taillights. Of air there. There we go, we're merging down to our 2-lane. And then we're going to get into some tight corners on this narrow road, which, wow, apparently I don't need to slow down that much for. Always awkward when you start hitting the brakes for a turn and realize you don't need to. That one we might need to brake for. Not that much, though. There's one very misleading turn up here, not too much farther. It starts off as a nice long sweeping turn and you think you can make it at full speed, and then all of a sudden it gets really sharp at the end. I think it's on our next left-hander here. Got this long sweeping turn here. Yep, it goes into this, and then it's just going to keep getting sharper and sharper, and then at the very end it makes it really tight. Right there. I'm going to show you one of my secrets here. Don't turn there. You go up to the next block and turn. Oh god, this car and it's braking. If you manage to make it around that corner without hitting it like I did, it's much faster. There's 2 of those little shortcuts like that on this track. The second one's harder to make because of its location. The little arrows that are telling you to turn block your sight of oncoming traffic. there's some drifting. Car works better as a grip car, though. Heck, I'm not even using my nitrous. That's a sharp corner. And there's the sign of those awesome brakes on this thing. Would have been dead in most cars right there. These little hills through here, you got those blind hills you come up over and then suddenly headlights. There's a weird turn coming up here, which I always misjudge and end up out in the field. I think it's right about where that checkpoint is. Oh, that's the 90 degree. It's coming up on this next section. Oh, I cut that a bit short, didn't I? It's in this next stretch here. Probably around that next checkpoint. It's kind of misleading because you go like straight towards a tree and you think you're going to hit it, and then the road makes a hard turn, and I always end up overshooting and ending out in the middle of this field. I'm going to try not to. Yep, that's it right there. Wow, this car handles it like a champ. Nope, that was it. I knew it was right there somewhere, but I made it. No problem. Usually you could just let off the throttle in this car and it handles so well it compensates. It's nice. Those brakes. I actually underestimate the brakes all the time and hit them way harder than I need to. Lane ends. Another nice long highway section here. You can really let her unwind. Car should top out around 230 without nitrous. Guess you should slowly tick back down to 230. Take this exit? Yeah. The actual exit where we get off of this highway is a really nasty one. It's coming up not too much further up here, maybe another mile or two. Might be right about where that checkpoint is. Going uphill, so we're losing speed here. Yeah, I want to say it's right where that checkpoint is. Might not be. Nope, it's going to be the next exit. The car's like glued to the road. I love it. Now, so here it comes up. We got a really, we're doing 230, 223 right now. Have this exit ramp coming up here, and then we got a really short ramp to slow down to turn. Is it not this one? Yeah, it is this one. Alright. So they don't give you a lot of time to slow down from your full speed here, too. To make these turns. Oh. You can just bounce off the guardrail. That does it, too. Almost a minute ahead of the next guy. Really hard left coming up here at the gas station. If you're good, you can actually cut through the gas station like that. There's There's a really nasty part coming up here around this corner, right about where that checkpoint is. It's uphill, so we don't brake early for this. You get air off the top of that hill, and there's no way you can make this corner, and you end up way out in the grass. Oh, good, it's gonna rain. Now we're gonna be hydroplaning all over the place. Deceitfully sharp corner coming up here. Again, this car handles it like a champ. Oh, between nighttime and rain and the crappy headlights in this game, you can only see like 20 feet in front of me here. Gotta love that. Sharp hairpin when we come down off of this bridge. Car in both lanes kind of sucked. Soon we're going to be coming up to another small village where that other shortcut I was talking about earlier is. Maybe not. It might be a little bit further up. I think we still have to go over another overpass first. Yep, this is that overpass. I swear that's the exit we got off and we just looped around. I don't think it is, but it sure looks like it. Oh, sliding a little there. Now we're going to come up into a little town here soon. If all goes well, we should be able to do our shortcut here. So you can't see, and I think there's a car there, but I can't tell. That actually didn't go too badly. So now you know my 2 shortcuts for this map. 3 if you count the gas station. Oh, off the inside of the road. Now we're on pretty much the home stretch. A little bit more winding road through here, and then we're going to go out to like open fields. I think there's one more big 90-degree turn coming up here. No, wasn't thinking of that one. That was one, but that's not the one I was thinking of. I think the one I was thinking of was at that next checkpoint. Oh, gonna hit him. That was close. I guess it's before the next checkpoint. It's right here is the one I was thinking of. No, I don't think there's any really hard turns left. You do have to let off the gas a little bit right after this little town or whatever it is. You see that big wooden cross for the church there, this turn. If you don't let off a little more than I did, you're going to end up out in that field. Get out of my way. Oh, the wet roads are starting to get to me now. Trying to go faster than I should for the road. I'm going to go up a little hill over the train tracks. This is how you know I played this one too much. Left turn and then a straightaway right to the finish. And my headlights were off for some reason. See? And now they're back on. Odd, weird graphics like that every now and then. Well, there. I'm kind of impressed. That was a decent run. Let's see if it crashes on me when it loads the results. Do not need. Nope, we got our results. Yay! And unfortunately, you can't compare these to previous times, but that was a decent run, except for that whole thing on the bridge towards the beginning. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. If you have a specific car or spec you want to see, let me know. If you know of a good circuit run I can try out the F40 circuit spec in, let me know on that as well. And we'll see you in the next video.